Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to StepOne Consulting Firm's presentation for the second iteration of the network design infrastructure for ABC Corporation. My name is Ryan Ulrich, and I'm joined tonight by my colleagues Ben Batten, Brennan Bookmeyer, Peter Bryant, Erica Stevens, Tom Stevenson, Christina Turner, and Caitlin Zahner. I'll begin by briefly covering the needs of ABC Corporation. ABC Corporation requires network and server infrastructure to be laid within current buildings, a 24/7 monitoring system inside and outside the buildings for security of the residents, remote access to lock and unlock doors, a secure wireless network with wireless access points, email access, internet access, as well as access to a common printing system. StepOne's initial proposal covered the equipment needed to make this happen. We began with Cisco Layer 2 24-port switches to create the local networks, Cisco fiber modules to interconnect with the switches and the existing fiber, Cisco routers to connect between the switches and create the internetwork, as well as access points to provide a wireless connection. A Cisco firewall and adaptive security appliance was provided for the security of the campus network, as well as additional servers to host email, access control, and common printing. Initially, StepOne Consulting Firm determined there would be approximately 3,000 hosts needed within the campus to cover printers, telephones, computers, mobile devices, and expansion in the future. The initial costs of the networking equipment provided by StepOne Consulting Firm are approximately $142,000. The approximate cost for the peripheral equipment also provided by StepOne is $147,598.72. Tonight's iteration will cover the cost to wire the campus, as well as the security strategy and the wireless strategy for the campus. ABC Corporation will need buildings wired with Ethernet cabling. The recommendation of StepOne Consulting Firm is to use Cat6 cable to provide for future needs. The estimated cost of $60 to $150 at $150 per cable drop is that ABC will require 420 cable drops. 245 of these drops will be for IP phones, computers, as well as networking equipment. 176 of these drops will be for doors, webcams, as well as motion detectors to create the security system provided by StepOne Consulting. The service strategy for ABC Corporation will be to work with a service provider, StepOne in this case, to further develop the implementation plan for ABC's network infrastructure. The service assets will include Cisco routers, switches, fiber modules, as well as other peripheral equipment including IP phones, cameras, and webcams. The service portfolio will cover the interconnection of ABC Campus with a low-cost solution, and the recommendation is to allow StepOne to fulfill implementation solution or implement the devices. The security strategy for StepOne is to maintain secure access control to all systems using authorization gateways. Two-factor authentication is recommended for those users who have access to sensitive data, and in this case, StepOne recommends the services of Duo Mobile. This will allow secure access users to use their smartphone to verify their identity before they are able to log into ABC Corporation systems. This can be provided at the low cost of $6 per month per user. Firewalls, including the Cisco ASA Adaptive Security Appliance recommended in the first iteration, will provide network security for the entire campus. It is also the recommendation of StepOne Consulting to implement network security policies and require users to always maintain compliance with security patches and device updates. We recommend allowing StepOne Consulting to educate and train the network staff on the best practices in this scenario. The wireless strategy will allow for a secure student or guest wireless network based on the permissions of an account. In this case, StepOne recommends using an Active Directory LDAP or Lightweight Directory Access Protocol domain. This will allow each user to have a unique username and password which will allow them access to the network and which will dictate what parts of the network they are able to access. The guest network will be managed through the same access points. However, it will be managed with an end-user license agreement that must be agreed to by the user before they're able to connect. For the secure users, a WPA2 enterprise authentication system with a 256-bit AES encryption will be used to maintain compliance with government protocols. We recommend at this point purchasing 31 wireless access points. Currently, we see that there are 26 required for the buildings, and we recommend 5 extra in case of failure, so that if a device does fail, we're able to get your network back up and running very quickly. thank you for your time. Again, my name is Ryan Ulrich with StepOne Consulting Firm, and please feel free to ask us any questions you may have. Have a wonderful night.